Assassin's Creed Valhalla has its third expansion officially named. It's going to be called the Dawn of Ragnarok, and it's actually going to be arriving on March the 10th in 2022. In fact, we just picked up an awesome cinematic trailer for it, which I'll link at the end of this video, as I want to quickly run through the official and non-official need-to-know information we have available to us at the moment, so you kind of know what the deal is with all of this Ragnarok DLC stuff. Now, as I just mentioned, it is going to be arriving on the 10th of March as a formal release date, but when it actually comes to cost, well, it's going to cost you $40 to pick up this DLC, and it's not actually a part of any sort of season pass as far as I'm aware, by the way. It's just a DLC by itself, which I think is quite a hefty sum, to be honest with you. I say that because we haven't actually formally been told how long this expansion is going to be, apart from Tom Henderson on Twitter, who is a well-known freelance writer with lots of connections in the gaming industry, noting that he's actually been told internally that this DLC is approximately going to be about 40 hours long. Now, for reference, that's about double the size of the Siege of Paris and Wrath of Druids DLC, where Ubisoft officially said that you'll be able to get about 20 hours of content out of both respectively, when realistically it was more around 10 to 15 depending upon how you actually played each expansion. But in short, from what Ubisoft are stating officially so far, is that the Dawn of Ragnarok will be a DLC expansion, no season pass, which is going to set you back around about $40 or €40 according to the Epic Games Store and the Ubisoft official store. Now, that's all well and good, but apart from spending $40 on an expansion, what else are we actually going to get out of it? Well, you may have seen the Twilight armor set doing the rounds online recently, and if you have been hanging out with me on the channel over the last few months, you'll know that Pedder actually found reference to it in the game files months ago, stating that it was a pre-order bonus, and that is very much the case here. So if you were to actually pre-order the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC right now, you'd actually get full access to this armor set in the game right now, meaning you could actually jump in, equip it tonight, and then just carry on playing the game if you also then, pre-ordered tonight. Now, I haven't actually done so yet myself, but thanks to Pedder for this footage, you're actually going to pick up a Raven skin, a Lynx mount, and a nice Ragnarok looking Dane axe in this pack. You've also actually got until the 9th of April to pre-order the Ragnarok DLC, by the way, so you've actually got plenty of time to decide if you're actually going to pull the trigger and pre-order this game. But what I would say is this actually only applies to digital versions. I'm not sure why, but Ubisoft have officially said that, so you have to order the expansion online to then get this armor set in game. Now, in terms of stats of this Twilight armor set, you'll increase your fire build and speed when you do fully equip this set, and ice shards actually fall from the sky on a light finisher, which does damage to all NPCs in the vicinity, as you can kind of see on your screen here. Now, a similar effect happens here on a heavy finisher proc. However, conversely, instead of ice, lava does burst from the player, also dealing AoE damage to anyone close to you, which, to be honest with you, they're pretty cool effects, to be fair, and they actually do have cooldowns, of course. So the ice proc does have a 20-second cooldown, and the lava burst does have a 15-1 respectively. Now, the Dane axe, that's going to chuck you some strong crit damage on a finisher. In fact, you're going to be able to deal 100% more damage with this finisher move, so it is quite powerful, as you can also see here on your screen, but it is still a little bit slow for me. But what I would say is, if you're actually planning on buying this game anyway, it's another cool looking weapon to throw in a transmog slot if you like running with Dane axes. And by the way, folks, if you have found this video informative so far, and only if you wouldn't mind, a very swift like down below really does help me out, so thank you very much. Now, what is the actual purpose of this DLC? Because in the trailer we have a shed load of stuff going on, and to be fair, it does look visually awesome. I really do love Ubisoft's cinematic Assassin's Creed trailers. I do think they're great. However, the main overarching story of this whole Ragnarok DLC officially is us venturing to the dwarven realm of Svartalfheim as Odin, where we're actually attempting to find Odin's son Baldr, who's actually been imprisoned by the hands of Surtr, who is the king of the Muspels, and who has actually invaded Svartalfheim for unknown reasons at this stage. Now, during this DLC, we're going to be able to perform Odin's abilities, where we absorb the spirit or Huga from our foes and then use them. We'll have to activate the Odin's bracer, which has actually been bestowed on us by the dwarves, which we can kind of see here in this official Ubisoft release art, which will then allow us to use these Odin powers such as shape-shifting into Raven form and subsequently assassinating enemies. Now, if you are wondering how on earth I'm actually piecing this all together just from pictures in the trailer, then I would really encourage you to check out this video that we covered about the Dawn of Ragnarok, which I whipped up last week. And thanks to Pedder, of course, for bringing us this information, because we have literally covered everything you can see in the official trailer, from Odin's abilities to dwarven alliances to roaming bosses to new armor sets, as well as interesting story features that I think you will find interesting. It's also super important to me not to waste your time by half-heartedly repeating snippets of info here in this video, and actually Pedder's been correct all year about future release content, and it looks like he's got it bang on the money again here due to these recent announcements, so our thanks go out to him for sharing all of this info. But it actually, in terms of this info, as far as I'm aware, that's all of the official information we actually have at the moment regarding the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC. So if you did like this no no-nonsense video approach, consider hitting the notification bell so you can stay up to date with Valhalla and find your way back to the channel easily. There is a lot going on at the moment, including Cassandra and the Yule Festival, which I'm going to be breaking down for you this week. Also, if you haven't already, do come join our awesome Discord community of nearly 800 members. We've got some really great people here, and it would be great to chat to you in the lobby. I'd also like to genuinely thank members who have actually been supporting the channel with their own hard-earned cash. I really do appreciate it. I will get a proper video overlay sorted soon, but my thanks for now. And of course, as usual, coffee is on me.